Great Monday morning, you all. How are you all doing? Happy Monday. This is your girl, Shan, okay? This nice, crisp morning in the great state of Texas. I'm not mad, though. I'm not mad. It's in the 50s, and it's pretty cool. But anywho, I hope you all had an amazing weekend. You know, I say that all the time. I hope you got somewhere, sat down, honey, and got you some rest, okay? That's the thing me and Mr. King is learning how to do. We are learning to get somewhere, sit down, and get some rest. So, y'all know I got to start off with my good old church announcements. Good morning, good morning. I'm trying not to say your name. But with the good old church announcements, we want you all to join us tonight for Marriage Mondays with the Kings, okay? So, this topic tonight, let me just tell you what we're going to be talking about. The topic is, who is going to take care of you if and when? Good morning, sis. Who is going to take care of you if and when? This is the question of the week. Why are people no longer preparing for their future? Again, why are people no longer preparing for their future? Hey, love. Hey, y'all, come on in, come on in. So what do y'all think? Okay, have y'all even thought about this? I know this ain't this morning's topic. However, I just wanted to, So the thing is, we are going live because of the topic. We will be live right here in 12 hours, okay? But it'll be 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be live right here, and we will also be live on our Marriage Mondays with the Kings YouTube channel. If you would like to listen in, radio, podcast, whatever the case may be, please go to our web page, our website, Marriage Mondays with the Kings.com, and select the listen here tab. That's how you can listen in. I know I always say that, like in the mornings, and then I promise you somebody gonna inbox and say, now how are we supposed to listen to the show? Go to our web page. All right. So yes, tonight it wasn't planned. I know usually we put it out there, we going live, whatever the case may be. Good morning, sis. But this one, me and Miss King looked at each other and was like, nope, we need to have a real, as they say in the church, come to Jesus meeting. We need to have a real talk about this topic. So who's going to take care of you when/if? Question mark. So again, tonight. Now, what I'm going to be speaking about this morning, and this is just something to make you think. And it popped up in my head, of course, 2 weeks ago. I was like, dang, I can't even go live, last week because, it was a federal holiday and we off. But this is what I'm going to speak about. Imagination, faith, and reality. Now, y'all bear with me. I promise you I won't be before you long. Funny that I say that. I never said that when I was preaching over the pulpit. But anyway, so let me go back and be honest, real transparent here for a little bit. When I was growing up, I had real humble beginnings, okay? Some of you all are my age group, so you may remember when they used to always promote reading. Remember, if you read so many books, you got the little free pizza coupon where you can go to Pizza Hut. They don't do all that kind of stuff no more. However, one of the things that they taught us when it came to reading when we were growing up is use your imagination. So being that I had humble beginnings, and just bear with me, I'm going somewhere. I remember at home, I used to stare out the back window and I just would imagine, to be honest, a better life than what I was actually in. I'm just going to be real. I know I'm not the only one, but I used to imagine a better life. I used to always think, I know it's something else out there. It's more than just being here in the state of Oklahoma. It's so ironic because that was not my plan as a child. My imagination, I wanted to be a nurse. But I ended up joining the Army to get away. I'm just going to be honest, to get away. And I was a teenage mom and I needed to take care of my son. Some of you already know that story. And so growing up in church, one of the things that you often heard about is having faith. You need to have faith. Everything is in God's timing. How about fast forward to not too many weeks ago? I was sitting in the sitting area of our home, and we have a lounge in the sitting area. I like to read, I like to pray, and do all the things in the sitting area in our room. But the sitting area faced the back part of our property. And without even knowing, I had a deja vu feeling. Have y'all ever I thought that thing was fake. But anywho, I was staring at the trees And I went back to a little kid in my mind. And I really thought that I was back at that place as a little kid. So my imagination, and I had faith, but not even realizing the very things that I imagined is now my reality. Come on, somebody. Somebody didn't catch that. The very thing that I imagined is now my reality. The very thing that I used to dream about. And I used to say, God, I know there is more. I used to say, God, you know, I know life can be better than this. I'm living in that better than this right now. Okay. And so the reason why I couldn't wait to speak about this is because a lot of us had our imaginations that we used. A lot of us grew up in the church and we learned about that thing called faith. And a lot of us is living in that reality right now and we don't even appreciate it. Do you know I had to sit up, and I don't complain a lot. I get up every day and say, God, I thank you. But I was sitting up here thinking about this. I was thinking about some of the things that I imagined when I was, you know, a teenage girl. Come on, let me talk. Some of y'all felt the same way. But when you were a teenager, and I don't know about y'all, and I'm not trying to promote the 90s, but I was thinking about this too. The 70s. Now think, if you a music head like I am, think about this. I'm going somewhere. The music that I would hear from the 70s, a lot of it would be talking about, and this is like my daddy's name era or whatever. He used to play it on record, okay? But a lot of it was talking about how to take care of your woman, how to take care of the person that you with, and different things like that. But baby, in the 90s, that good old 90s music we had, baby, it was all the 90s music, the 90s TV shows. It made you want to be in a relationship that was sound, be in a marriage that was sound, have a beautiful family that was sound. You know what I'm saying? And the music in itself, come on, somebody, where my music heads at? I know I just got finished talking about God, but this good old R&B from the 90s. And I said, God, I am living, my reality right now is my imagination. I always wanted to be in a relationship with a man who didn't just use me. You know what I'm saying? With a man who looked at me like his queen. You know, somebody that I can love, truly love, and they love me. Well, Shan, what are you saying? What I'm saying is, we don't understand how we are so caught up in the realities of the world and have the world have us on this hamster wheel. We running and we running. Oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to be perfect. I gotta, you do it. That we don't even settle down and appreciate the reality that we are living in. Now, some of you all may say, Shan, well, my reality ain't, you know, whatever right now. But a lot of you, your reality is you have someone to love you. You have a beautiful family. You have a beautiful home. So come on now. Some of y'all was eating government cheese like I was, and government peanut butter and crackers. Baby, I can walk up in any store right now and buy what I want and don't have to pinch pennies. Come on. Good morning, sis. How many of y'all have that same testimony? And that's what God brought back to my remembrance, okay? Is we need to appreciate our reality. And see, what we do is we do not. We do not, because we always running after the next. I got to have the next this, the next that. I got to work myself to death to get this next new car. I got to, this next house, this da-da-da-da-da. But then when God answers our prayers, because we trusted God by faith and we now living in that reality, we still not happy. We still not happy with our spouse because we think our husband or our wife can do more than what they're doing right now. You see what I'm saying? Don't tell on yourself. We still not happy with our current living situation when, baby, we could be living on the streets, okay? Some of y'all didn't have electricity. Whose business am I in? Come on now. I know about this. Some didn't have running water, okay? Some, come on now. You see what I'm saying? Didn't even have the basic necessities, all right? But yet and still you do right now, and you still yet complaining. God woke us up this morning and we still yet complaining. When you have somebody right now who's in the ICU, probably sitting up there with COVID, cancer, and all kind of different things, but we still yet complaining. We complaining about the job that we got to get up and go to on this morning. The job that is paying our bills. The job that's keeping a roof over our heads so our children do not have to go through what it is that we went through growing up, but we are still yet complaining. So when will you ever be satisfied? God to bless you with the house. You have a running car. You know what I'm saying? You have a spouse that loves you. You have a beautiful family, but we're still, say it with me, yet complaining. Come on, somebody. So how many of you all, your imagination that you had and didn't even realize as a kid, God, life got to be better than this. God can't be just this. You know, I'm sitting up thinking about some of the things that I seen as a kid. Me and my husband was on date night the other night, and I was talking to him. I remember as a kid, you talking about trauma, okay? Traumatized. You hear me? I remember as a kid going down into the projects, the apartments or whatever, because I had a cousin that lived down there, seeing a man, and this is what made me want to go into the medical field, because I seen a man with a makeshift tourniquet around his arm with a needle coming out of his arm, and he was geeking. That's what we call it. He was foaming at the mouth. And everybody was just walking around like it was nothing. And I'm sitting up here like, this man is dying. I'm a kid. You hear me? Y'all not gonna do nothing? Y'all not gonna call 911? And what it was is he was mixing formaldehyde. This was the thing back then. Please don't do this now. But he was mixing formaldehyde in his drugs to get a better high. You see? Traumatized. Some of us was traumatized growing up. We don't have that same testimony right now. We don't have to walk into that, but we are still yet complaining. We are running after the ways of the world because the world say that your marriage should look like this. You know what I'm saying? The world say that you need to make sure you got the nicest car and the nicest home. Yet it's 50 degrees outside right now in the state of Texas, and you got a warm bed. Some of y'all are looking at me right now from your bed out of one eye while you got your head laying on a nice cozy pillow under a comforter, but still yet complaining. So Shan, why do you bring this up? Learn how to appreciate, okay? And see, this is what I've learned. I don't know about y'all, but this is what I've learned. When you learn how to appreciate, this is scripture, the small things, okay? When we appreciate the small thing, God bless us with more. And see, some of us are not get blessed with more because we're too busy complaining about our small. Woo! I just preached on this morning. Come on, Jesus. We are too busy complaining about our small, complaining about our little, and telling God that it's not good enough. God, my husband isn't good enough. God, my wife is not good enough. God, my children are not good enough. Come on, somebody. This house is not big enough. And for me, God, why am I not rolling in the latest SUV, BMW, Mercedes Benz, Jaguar, whatever you want to call it? We too busy complaining. And that's why God said, nope. You're not ready. You're not ready. Some of us don't want to go through some things. Come on now. Some of us went through things as kids, but we don't want to go through some things, baby. And this is the thing that I had to learn. I love my husband of life. You hear me? I love that man, baby. Y'all already know we're going to get started on Mr. King because, boy, I be making all kind of threats up on here. I love that man to life, and I thank God for him. And sometimes, see, we don't want to hear this. Sometimes it's not our spouse, it's us. I'm going to let y'all marinate. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Sometimes it is not our husband or our wife. It is us. Sometimes it is our dysfunction. Sometimes it's our childhood trauma that's keeping us. And we sitting up here acting out like that little kid. Uh-oh, I'm about to bring the little kid out. It's the little child in us that's acting out because our husband or our wife is not doing the things that our parents should have did for us when we was little. They're not providing that security. You see what I'm saying? See, we don't understand that we got to. Shan speak. I'm talking all about me. Y'all ain't going through nothing on today. It was Shan that had to go and repair the trauma of that little child. It was Shan that had to put in that work in order for me to appreciate the very things that I got now. Come on, somebody. A husband that will go to hell and jail for his wife. You hear me? A good man who get up and go to work. But yet, wives are still complaining. Husbands, you got a good wife. She wash your nasty drawers. Y'all know I'm going to talk about your bobblehead kids for a minute. Make sure that the house is clean. She working stuff behind the scenes and all these different things like that. But yet you are still complaining. Who am I talking to? Just say ouch. Don't tell your business. Just say ouch. But what I wanted to bring out this morning is the topic. Some of you all dreamed of living to where you are now in life. You dreamed that. God honored that imagination and dream that you had as a child. God is blessing you right where you are. Some of you are probably ready to shout and you probably got tears rolling down your eyes. Learn to appreciate, the things that God has blessed you with. Learn to appreciate who God has blessed you with. When people fall off, let them fall off. Let them fall off. Don't run after, because God is doing a thing. God knows more than what we know. So honor and appreciate what God is doing in your life right now. Where you are in your life right now. You might not be the CEO. You might not have got that promotion on your job, or whatever the case may be. But I guarantee you, this is Shan now. This is Shan. Before God elevated me in anything, God was trying to teach me some things. And we do that as parents when it comes to our kids. We don't just give them that brand new Mercedes-Benz or BMW or whatever the case may be. No, you got to learn some things. You got to work up to some things. And that's the same thing our Father in heaven does to us. So learn how to appreciate the small things, okay? It's the small things. God will bless you with more. All right? So join us tonight. Marriage Mondays with the Kings. Baby, you thought this was a real talk, honey. I can't wait until tonight. This is what we're going to be talking about. Make sure I get it right. And we're going live, okay? Sorry about the last minute notice. We usually put it out there. But join us at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Who is going to take care of you if and when? Some of y'all think y'all got y'all mom people going to take care of y'all. Baby, you better be grown up and have some conversation. Who going to take care of your kids if something happened to you, single parents? Come on, somebody. It's supposed to be the church. Ooh, ooh, woo. Okay, question of the week. Why are people no longer preparing for their future? So we are going to be live on Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, we're going to be live on our YouTube channel. Go to Marriage Mondays with the Kings, honey. And if you say, you know what, I can't watch it live or whatever, I just want to listen in, go to our website, marriagemondayswiththekings.com. Select that listen here tab, baby. We got all kind of platforms and stuff like that so you can listen in. We want your feedback. We want your comments. Because the way 2021 been set up, baby, it is real. You heard me? So these are the conversations that we need to have. And we love y'all with the love of God. But baby, I believe God gonna allow Kenya and I to go in tonight. So join us. Your girl Shan will be back with you all next week with whatever it is that God placed on my heart. Thank you so much for getting up this morning. Thank you so much for being a support to Marriage Mondays with the Kings. We ask that you share this. It ain't about us, honey. It's about all of us growing around here. You see what I'm saying? So share this because somebody needs to hear it. It might not be you on this morning, but God might have had you on to share it for somebody else, okay? So join your girl next week. Join us tonight. I look forward to hearing and reading the comments. God bless each and every one of you all. Y'all be a blessing this weekend, not a curse. And remember, if you don't remember nothing else, appreciate the small things so God can bless you with more. God bless you and blessings to you.